Hello. Don't know why I always start out like that. Should say good evening or something. Um, yeah. Seems like whenever I post something in groups, people try to bring back to my attention what I already follow, what I already have studied, or what I have already known. I don't want to know that. I want to learn what your experiences are, what you have done, or what you have done. Uh, there's a lot of people in my friends list that post a lot of good information. And in my groups, there's a lot of people that do different things that post good information. My learning quest is not only to learn from books, but to learn what works. What may work for somebody else might not work for me. I have learned things through my experiences. Yeah. Maybe all this time I think, I'm not that good of a person. But I read things and I listen to people. Maybe I'm not to blame. Maybe there was a lot of circumstances in my lifetime that got me to just think, to overcome it, I started just having doubts in myself. I posted something in a group that mainly in Satanism, it's about loving yourself and respecting. But if people don't deserve respect, if they don't, like, say, anybody that would abuse a child or do anything, like even against men or women in any case, and they really don't deserve respect, then I think to myself, everybody should be respected, but there's times when you exhibit things and you were treated a certain way when you were, say, growing up in certain situations that you don't no longer respect those people. The way I've been dealing with it in my own life is just to let it go. But how can I love them? How can I love that type of people? I go in my mind every day going crazy about it. I see people, not just spank their kids, abuse their kids. And I think, would I ever have done that to any of my children if I had them? No. I see people abuse women, men. I've seen women that abuse men. And I think, how can we really respect people like that? And I get a calling every day that it's the here and now. Here and now, and I said many other videos, and I think I posted an astrological chart about me on my wall. Astrologically, I'm an asshole. I've done some shitty things. But I realize that. I was born on this astrological sign that, I admire female qualities, and maybe marriage wasn't for me. Maybe I wanted my liberty. Maybe I wanted to be free. I've read it over and over, and it just makes me sound like a total jerk. I think, am I really this way? Am I really an asshole? Then I think, if one drinks too much from a bottle marked poison, sooner or later it's going to disagree with them. So have I really been drinking this poison in my mind that everything's going to be okay and not really following my 11 satanic rules, like to a degree, I examine things under Satanism. And yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. If someone's going to provoke you and you kindly ask them to stop. Now in Satanism, they tell you to destroy that person. But maybe legal matters like just take the hit and call the police, file charges of assault and battery, and then sue them in a civil court and get a protection order, get a restraining order from the courts against that person. I think, damn, dude, there's so much going on in domestic homes. So much abuse. Now, me and my wife, we argued, but we usually settled it after the night because we went to bed and had sex. That's how we settled it. I never once tried to lay a hand on her. Now, she has slapped me, but I deserved it for saying some stupid shit. But it always ended up, she felt bad. I felt bad. Had a couple drinks, laughed it off, and went to bed and had sex. But I look at my time. You know, she gave up on me when I gave up on myself. That's just how it went. We got in an argument one night. I didn't know what was over. I didn't want to hurt her. I felt really bad. I just got quiet. And then I took a handful of antipsychotics and had a bottle of liquor. And I downed it almost into my life. I'd rather take things out on myself than I would another person. That's just I don't know if you want to call it what it was at the time, my self-hate, or I blame myself for getting in these silly arguments over stupid stuff. Money, time she was going through the loss of my our child. And we just, after I did that, we stopped talking. And I was put in a psych ward for it. And through therapy, I'm learning to love myself, because you can't destroy yourself. And you really can't destroy another person. But there are people doing it every day. There are people that destroy other people, and they don't care. And then you have the person that's being destroyed. They destroy themselves. They think it's their fault. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. And the person that's usually doing the destroying is playing the victim, like saying that they caused the person to do it because they love them. Which makes the person that's getting the punishment feel like the other person is the victim. And I think, damn, dude, this is crazy. And maybe my relationship wasn't good, but I had a jealous wife. She had good reason to be jealous. I'm a goddamn womanizer. I don't know why, but maybe I'm better off with my liberty being on my own. Just to learn to accept things the way they are and take care of myself. And I want a family. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just not that type of person. Maybe I'm not a family person. Seems like every time I get close to somebody, I push them away. Like, I don't really know what self-love is. I'm learning it through therapy. I keep blaming myself. As my therapist said, I'm letting other people control my happiness. They're controlling my happiness. Instead of ignoring the bullshit, it feeds into me. I buy into it. Hey, I'm the one that feels like a piece of shit or something, you know? When they're treating me with like shit, they're treating me like shit, so I feel like a piece of shit. Knowing that I'm a human being. Knowing that they're a human being. But I can't forgive that shit. I was bullied in high school. About every day after high school, I got my ass kicked. There was one girl named Jennifer Wilson who I really looked up to. She was a friend. I think we could have been more than friends. Of course, I was 15 and she was 3 years older than me. But she was a true friend. She would talk to me and play games. And even though I did some goofy shit when I was younger, she pretty much told me I was doing some goofy shit. But I look at the world today. We're in a mess. Ukraine, the COVID, or coronavirus, or whatever you want to call it. We're in a mess. And I think, why are people getting out of hand? Have we lost respect for ourselves as ourselves? If we're going to create a virus to pollute everybody, like they did in China, does it make us want to hate those people? Those people didn't do it, their government did. You see somebody out on the street, and they're homeless. And you know you can help them. But the thing is, you know they're homeless. They're not just panhandling and then taking it back for an extra income. These people live on the street because you see them every day. And some of them don't even ask for money. Some of them are just asking for food or, a bite to eat. Well, what should you do? Should you go out and give them a McDonald's hamburger so they eat for a day? Or should you try to get a program going, support, charity, something to help these people? I don't know anymore. I'd be more willing to respect someone that's truly homeless than someone who's just panhandling for a handout so he or she can increase their income, even though they have a job. Some of them may have a good paying job. I don't know.